Okay, guys. So today you'll be experiencing the first episode of um, the transition of what happens when you leave Null and come to highsec. And this character that I'm going to be showing you, his name is Drogon Kura. I'm going to give you a little bit of a history before I tell you what we'll be doing. So, Drogo has actually been in quite a lot of corps, some for a very short period, some for very long periods. But it all started back in 2019. So it all started with 2019, and right away, Drogo ended up going to nullsec, and what a experience, to be honest. Because Imperial Guardians is actually a part of the Imperium with TNT. Now, we all know what's going on with TNT right now. But, so Droid did end up going to nullsec. He was there for, shy 3 months, something like that, 97 days. But things happened in nullsec. I think this was the summer war where we went over to KQK and we were glassing everything. But as a new player, you don't get much. You don't experience too much. I don't even think I was flying a battleship correctly. I think I was T1 guns and not really doing much of any good. And Drogo decided to come back to highsec, created his own corporation with a buddy. Was there for 3 days. Decided that heck, there's no income, or because I wasn't at the position where I am now with a character that it has a lot more skill points, and felt like nothing could be done. Whatever. I need to go back to nullsec and make money another way, or play the game a different style. Then I ended up going to a really bad corp. Sorry if anybody from Danger Zone still exists. I don't think so, actually. I think they disbanded. Yeah. So when I came here, this corporation was on its way out. It was basically dying. CEO was not there. Corporation was pretty bad. But I went there with, as a refugee from the Imperium, and I just wanted to leave the Imperium at that point, because I was tired of the war and stuff like that. But I still wanted to make some income. And I think at that time, I was concentrating on PI, which, let's actually check that. I haven't done that in a while. But, I still have some stuff in PCMA and stuff like that. And for you who know what PCMA is, this will be the staging for Brave, one of the big stations for Brave, which is PCMA. And I'm pretty sure I left some stuff cooking there. Oh yeah, so it appears that I was doing robotics. That's what I think I was doing there. But anyhow, I will actually leave Brave again. Come back to highsec after about a month and not within the Imperium. I will come back to highsec for a couple of days. I will join a small corporation. I think they were in Amar or some stupid place. Not too sure where they were. Let me see. We do all things. I don't even remember these guys, to be honest. But so I joined this small corporation. What is their count size now, to be honest? Give me 1 second. I just want to check that. Yeah, it's small corporation. I think when I was there were about 15 guys. This might just be all alts, to be honest. So I wasn't there very long. I think it was a weekend where I got on and not played for much. But I did decide to go back to the Imperium because I, at this point, had decided that I was going to inject some. I managed to get a little bit of his doing stuff. And I injected, and I think I was almost at a roll call, or while I was at Brave, I reached a roll call. Not really fitting it correctly, of course, but I reached the status of being in a roll call. But Brave at that point was the time of the blackout, and people were not responding very well to it. And if anybody remembers the blackout just meant there was no quick response, especially not for Brave at that point. And I might be selling it too short, but it was what it was at that point. Now, I did go back to the Imperium, and I ended up spending almost a year there. Um, and at that period, I became a junior FC. I ran a few fleets, had fun blowing up stuff in QQK for all things. We actually ended up going back to QQK for I don't remember what reasons. If y'all hear that stuff in the background, it's actually my second character doing other stuff. But again, the Imperium has a lot of rules, and it's very structured in ways, and that kind of drives people out. So I decided again to leave the Imperium, but this time I think it was definitely for the last time, mostly because at this point I'm well within a year, almost at a year I think when I left. If not, I am at the year mark, and I am way over the skills required to fly an Orca, to fly a porpoise. I don't remember what I was flying at the time, but I did remember I had a little bit of risk left, and I just decided to come to highsec. Now this time I tried to join Airhawks, and I did join Airhawks for 10 days, and Airhawks is a corporation that is very friendly but very loose, and there is no real high structure. Now they have a lot of cool stuff in highsec, like they have all the corporations, and they require you to do a lot of stuff, which is cool. But just I didn't quite fit in. I did it out of recommendations of Marky Dragon, one of another YouTubers. Pretty sure if any of you are watching my videos because you watched some sort of Marky Dragons at some point in your EVE history. So I didn't quite fit there. So I think this was around the time for the structure bashing, when everything came back, and if you had something in low power, you were going to lose everything. Well, I think I was around those 10 days around there. So I made a little bit of risk, and I decided to leave. It's kind of late here. Sorry guys, it's almost 1. Anyways, I will join another highsec corporation, which ended up going to Null. I think they joined a pandemic. Man, I don't remember who they joined. They are in the Commonwealth now, which I think that is blue to brave, but I'm not too sure. I do know that this guy's very cool. I actually have a decoration from them, where I did donate to the Corp. They're very cool. If they're still, I think they're still in highsec, for what it appears. Yeah, I think they're still in highsec. However, I believe half of their corporation will end up going to nullsec, or alts will go to nullsec. They'll join Pandemic Legion or somebody. I'm not too sure who they ended up joining. But at that point, I decided to distance myself from that, and I decided if I'm going to go to nullsec, might as well go and actually be in proper null. So I decided to go back to Brave for the second time, but this time because I do have a track record of being in the Imperium, and this is mostly around the time where things started heating up with the Imperium. I remember clearly, first day I was in Brave back, everybody was like spy, and that's a joke in Brave. So if any Brave pilots are listening to me, everybody uses this, that Brave is full of spies. So I spent there about a month, and I was flying. I don't think I was flying a Roku. I mean, I can already pilot a Roku at this point, because at some point within being at TNT or coming back at Brave, I had, I think, 2 Roku pilots, and I was making tons of risk. I was also injecting a lot. And do not go with injections. Injections are a drug, and I will always die with that. But definitely sorry about that. I don't know if the microphone cut off or not. That was my cell phone. So anyway, I was there for about a month. Then I ended up going to Brave Empires, which is highsec version of Brave. And you're blue to the whole Legacy Coalition, so you can go into Null basically without any repercussions. But they are located in Amar area. So I don't know how to say that place. Rivayid something? No idea. I actually never went to their staging. I think their staging is like morals for mining. I decided that I was never going to do that. But at this point right here around this time, I discovered something called Warp to Me. And it's not so much that I discovered it. It's more that y'all can see this over here. That I gained more interest in doing incursions because I actually saw that, hey, there's a lot of it to be made here pretty quickly. And because I was, sorry guys, yawning again. Anyways, because I was in nullsec, I was affected by wars, and I was it was not possible for me to do it while being in Brave Newbies, which is a nullsec alliance. I decided to leave the nullsec alliance to come to highsec and be in the highsec portion of Brave. Still part of I think they're part of the Commonwealth, to be honest. Oh no, they're just Brave United. Anyways, still blue to Legacy Coalition, and do whatever I could do anything in Null. I could still go and fly. I could still go fly big ships up in nullsec, and I'm pretty sure if anybody takes the time to go on my kill board, you'll see that I died a couple times in expensive stuff, especially when I was in TNT. I think I died in saving Iroko with a Thanatos, and then I got camped on by a Cloaky Camper, and I lost another Thanatos. But at those times, I was mining so much that I was making Thanatos like a week. Once a week, I was making Thanatos, or once every 10 days, I was having another Thanatos. So the times were good then. Now that the ore is kind of changing and all this going on, not so much. Things are a little bit more difficult to do, and hence the reason why I left nullsec. But in these last 83 days, I discovered that, one, these are the major points why we are where we are today. One, I didn't fit in, or it's not that I didn't fit in. Once you leave, and even while you're in nullsec itself, it's very segregated. Whether you're with your own little Brave Newbies, which is huge, but if you're not doing stuff with people, you kind of never create a relationship because of war schedule, because I have a family. I never actually did much with anybody except one other friend, two other friends. But so I never found that I was actually fitting in or doing anything with anybody. I was just minding my stuff or doing my incursions, which I didn't need the corporation. However, especially while I was here, because this has been the last 3 months, running incursions, anybody knows about the taxes is that they'll take whatever amount. Now, Brave Empires wasn't too bad. I think it was 10. Yeah, so it's the same thing as being a null, but without any of the problems of being in null, right? But 10%, you make a 31 million every incursion. Every 15 minutes, you could beat 31 million. So in an hour, you can hit 3 or 4 of those. That means that you're losing 12 to 15 million every hour. So if you were playing and doing incursions for 5 hours, that's 15 times 5. You're talking about 75 mil. That is a good ship that you could be, either blowing up, doing whatever you want with it, or growing your capital. Now, last 7 days is where we are today. We are this week. And it really started in the last 10 days here, and the last day here as well, when I was transitioning, that I was going to create a highsec corp. And this corp right now, I got the ticker, pretty cool ticker, .us, which I found it hilarious. And do I have a description? No, but I should have a bulletin. Oh, whatever. I'll figure it out later. But for right now, it's just 2 characters. I could actually fill in and make it look like it's bigger, put in all my other characters. But a whole bunch of my other characters are still a null. However, they are just sitting there, not doing anything. And they'll be coming down here. And I still think I have some in Air Hog for whatever reason. And maybe because I never got them out. But so I did create a highsec corporation called Rogue Spawn. Now we are headquarters in Eno. However, I'm not really there, and I'm probably gonna move the headquarters, mostly because I'm never there. And I decided, excuse me guys, Man, this is super late. I shouldn't be doing this late. Anyways, so it was the cheapest place that I could have a office at, and I thought that it would be a good spot because it was a 0.6 system, and I think I'm pretty sure, to be honest, that it's kind of like a highway to low sec, but I'm not too sure. Let me see. Let's show on the map. Let's see, show on map. Yeah, so I was correct. So it's a pocket system. I think this might actually be faction warfare, but I was basically out of pocket, and I was like, oh, okay, well, this seems cool. However, what I was doing and what I'm still doing now doesn't really go with being there. I'm kind of far away from Jita, not really that far away, but I don't quite like it as much as where I'm at right now. And then right now I'm actually in Lone Trek, which is in a completely different place, not in Jita, but also it's a pretty good 0.5 system. I have low sec right there. Actually, that's null. Sorry, low sec. I thought it was null. But I'm still relatively close to low sec if I wanted to do some PvP or do something fun. Be there. But the other main reason why I'm here is because I can do level 4 missions with Caldari Navy. And now we get to the short history lesson is actually done. So this character is I need to change that, by the way. I already said it twice. Is a 51 million skill point character. So it does have the ability to, I think it's basically fly everything. Shipping tree. Okay, everything in T1. Sorry, should have refrained from saying that. Everything in T1 and the carriers, super carriers, also the Dread, which I actually love the Nag, but I sold mine. The Amar, I should be able to fly the super carrier as well, and the Dread. I actually had an Aeon, sold it. Yep. What else? Fly everything here, and even the Bazzi, which for Logi it's great. And this really comes back into play with my warp to me, because, like I said, easy is, and you can make it in a matter of hours. 2 hours, you have 200, 300 mil, and there you go. Right? So if you can only play about 2 hours, it's a great way to make is. I do also have, and especially here, I have all the way to the Manticore. So these are the cover ops. I can do basically everything here. Oh, and also the Sharon is level 5 for freighters. Same thing here. I can fly the Nyx. I actually built the Nyx and sold one as well in Null. So I think that was every single, okay, except for the for Kodari, it can basically fly every super. And then or Bowhead, Rockwell. I cannot find the T2 barges, the Hulk, stuff like that, but I don't necessarily like flying stuff like that just because they're very, very squishy and they'll just die. So right now, as you can see in the background, let me close. I'll just minimize this. I'm flying the Orca, and it's actually a pair of Orcas with my other character. But that's something else we're going to talk in a different episode. Just for right now, it's more of a who am I and why am I here, right? I can fly all the way to the Rattlesnake, and I'm obviously not going to buy those skill books for that because that is expensive. Oh no, this is just a Kaldori. That's why I can't fly the Revenant. But these ships are just ridiculously expensive. No real reason to actually fly them, at least not right now. I'm actually not super far away from a Titan, and I believe, yes, it's 100 days, but 63 days, so 2 months. In the greater scheme of things, it's really not that far, and that's something that as a new player you need to know that I've been playing this game for quite a while now. Let's go back to that actually. When did I start this game? So 2019. Yep. So 2019. I'm almost gonna hit the 2-year mark next in a couple months. So, and I mean, I have the resume that I've done a lot in those 2 years. But I can guarantee you the skill points you get for free, the skill points that you can buy if you want to use your wallet. I mean, it happens. People will do it. And again, I mean, it is what it is. But again, just showing that this character can basically fly everything except this precursor. I just started training this stuff. And I will probably be able to fly this soon because the Leshak is actually a ship that is selling fairly well, so I need to be able to fly it because I don't want to buy a bowhead. But that needs to get something that I need to learn how to fly, and I'm only about 2 days, so it's not even that far. And there's no point in flying these things because up to right now, nobody has said that they're any good. I've seen many videos where they're not really good at all. And why waste 22 hours of my day, right? Yeah, you can always just buy the skill books and train them. They'll take you less than a day. Not too bad. Okay, so let's finish back with what we're going to be doing and what I've been doing for a little while now. Actually did this today. I actually have to go pick up some ore that I left in a different station. And let's go do that right now. Okay. Really just leaves us to what I'm going to be doing now. So, since I did create Rogue Spawn, and Rogue Spawn is barely 7 days old, and to be honest, this is really bad to show, but this wallet, there is a lot of transactions here, but as you can see, there's also a lot of expenditures. These expenditures are actually just stuff that I bought for the corporation, and 149. So a lot of this stuff, there is a lot of movement. I did deposit a lot of cash, but I also took a lot from it. So all this is going to be for orcas. I actually bought 2 orcas. So there's been about 800 mil that was made in the last week. I'm basically going to say nothing happened until today. There is stuff in the market, I think, that has not been sold. But maybe it has. Yeah, no. Okay, so it has been sold. So we are basically at the 200. The corporation has a lot of stuff assets that I've collected. They're just not in the actual wallet. But we are going to transition that into there. But what are we going to be doing with this corporation? And why are you watching this? So this is episode 1, and it's definitely a rant. We're going to actually be doing industry. I don't know if any of you have watched Tanak. He's actually another YouTuber. He did I think he's at week 50, and he might have just released that video today. So he's almost at a year with his corporation, and he has seen great improvement over the last year. I think he's almost at 100 billion. He might not hit it because that's even what he said. They're 10 billion short from being there. But he does have a corporation of about 140 members. I do want Rogue Squad to grow within the next year. It is just me right now, but I'm hoping that in the next year, we're starting basically right now at the end of November. So we're going to say from this December to the next December, having a good corporation size, not shooting for the 145 that he has. I think I would be definitely happy with just having 50, 60 guys that are often on. And that's one of the problems with small corporations, that you get players that join real fast and players don't come back. So the burnout is really bad with Eve. So I need to make sure that whoever does join us or join me in this adventure, we are very active and we stay that way for the whole year. But this is going to be a trip. This is going to be a trip for Eve, or on Eve, or during Eve, however you want to put it. But we are going to be doing a lot of industry. I'm actually going to buy a Orca BBC because I think that's the first big goal. I think by the end of December, I should be able to build an Orca. I should be doing videos at least once or twice a week. I'm gonna be shooting for the twice a week, maybe 3 times a week if I can, but one for sure a week. Let's go back and see where our wallet is right now. So right now we do have an asset or an active wallet of 201 million. Hopefully by the next week that you do hear from me, we will actually have a wallet size of maybe 300 to 400 mil. I have seen, because I can produce a lot of stuff fairly quickly, and one of those things that are selling fairly quick and very well priced is, let me see the blueprints. There is a lot of blueprints. I just will let's see if I can pull it out. No, I have forgot how to spell that. Let's go with facilities because that's easier. Nope, not in current system within 10 jump points. Sure. Where is it? Did I miss it? No. Let's go with alphabetized. That'll make it easier. Give me 1 second. Apparently not within 10. Oh yeah, let's go within skill range. That's actually better, because I know I can mess with it from here, because I messed with it right now. Give me 1 second. Do I not have? There we go. So production. See if it's production. Oh, that doesn't help, to be honest. Because all of them is gonna be there. But I do have, like you see, a lot of BBCs to build stuff. And it's good to have, just because that way we can start building stuff fairly quickly. Those are actually stuff that I have to make fairly. This is good stuff to make. They sell fairly well. Man. Oh, can I go with? Okay, I know I have originals. Oh man, I haven't even sold these. I have a whole bunch of these made, and I haven't sold them, which goes to show you that I'm not in the right state. And I have a bunch of mine. Well, we'll get to that next week. But we did go mining today. I think I mined for maybe 3 or 4 hours. I did get about 80 mil worth of ore. Probably next week that will be the video where we go out mining with the 2 orcas. I think I can clear a belt in about 2 hours with 2 orcas. I am going to be having basically any free fleet for mining. Anybody want to come join, they'll get booze. The booze are pretty good, to be honest. T2, good booze. So if you want to come mine in a 0.5 system, you are going to get a little bit better results. I wonder who owns this. Oh yeah, these guys. Yeah, I've seen them around. But so that's what we're gonna be doing. And it's gonna be an adventure. Like I said, it's gonna be interesting. We are definitely not only gonna be doing mining. I want to go take you guys through the incursion, so you guys learn a little bit more of what that is and how easy it is for you guys to make ISK, because it is relatively easy. And the fits needed to fly in the incursion are incredibly easy to get to. I think an alpha character can actually fly one, and I think that would be the Hyperion. Let me see if I can just show you guys quickly. Yeah, fit management, and that's gonna be not the Raven. Did I not actually go with? No, I guess I didn't. Well, this Vindicator is a T2 Vindicator. Or it's a T2 battleship. It's a faction battleship, sorry. But it's very easy to get into. Nothing here is really expensive. They are expensive, period. But within a day of incursioning, you could possibly do in the Hyperion is what I was looking for. The Hyperion fit is extremely easy. I think the Hyperion is like 200 mil, 300 mil. Really easy to make. I think you, like I said, you can mine yourself into a Hyperion within maybe a couple days. I do know that this is Norca, and I can basically get there in a day or two. But you know, that is one way to make this. But anyhow, today's video already went way too long. We're at a 30-minute mark. We're gonna close it off for here for right now. This is gonna be Drogo, and you're gonna be seeing Drogo's adventures within this next year. Hopefully we don't go under. For right now, we have been able to maintain a good capital where we still have about 2 billion is. We are very well trained. We can make this happen. So let's see what takes us in the next 365 days, or a little more here or there. All right, goodbye.